Hi, and welcome to Focus on Hope. In this edition, we have members from the Camp Verde Community Library. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'll let you introduce yourselves.
Okay. I'm Kathy Hellman. I'm the library director at Camp Verde Community Library.
I'm Alice Gottschalk, and I'm a library specialist at the library.
Diana Manassi, and I'm the Youth Services Librarian at the Camp Verde Community Library.
Okay. What is your role? What do you do at the library? Tell me exactly what you do.
As the director, I set the vision, set the direction for the library. What direction are we going? Where are we going to expand? What's our mission? We always have a certain mission in the library to provide the books and programs for the community, but there are other ways that we can serve the community sometimes that we don't think about, and the director kind of directs that. It's really hard to explain what I do. I mean, I'm just the one in charge of everything. The
Yeah.
buck stops with me, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long you been there?
I've been there for a little over 2 years as the library director.
You find it exciting?
Yeah, I do. Yes. Yep. I really enjoy it. Have great staff, and so yeah, there's a lot of wonderful things happening at the library right now. In fact, Diana and I were at a workshop a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago, and they asked us why we do what we do. And the thing that I wrote on my little sticky note was to give hope to Camp Verde. So to be here today,
Da-da-da-da.
I just thought it was kind of perfect because we do offer a lot of services that help people move forward in their lives, and that is one way of giving them hope, by opening up opportunities to learn and to know and to meet each other. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting when you called and said that the program was focusing on hope.
Alice, what do you do?
I'm the library specialist, and I take care of when people come into the library. I do the circulation. I am in charge of the volunteers, and you talk about hope. Most of my volunteers are retired from some kind of career that they had, and now they're giving to the community by volunteering, and I'm the one that takes care of them, schedules their time, and makes sure that they're trained to help people when they come in, if they want books or if they want to use a computer. And it's a wonderful position that I have, because volunteers, when they come in to serve the community, but it also serves them, because they come in and they're excited in helping out, and it helps them because it gives them a continued purpose after they've done their career. So it's a great job.
How many volunteers do you have?
Well, with her teens in mind, I have about 30.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of juggling. But with Kathy and I, we work out a really good schedule, and our volunteers are wonderful. And we're always looking for new volunteers that are willing to give to the community and are looking to find something to do with their spare time.
Yeah.
So,
What are the qualifications for a volunteer?
smile.
That's all?
Pretty much. I want them to be able to smile at the people when they come in, and be happy that they're there. I mean, they're serving a purpose, but they need to be glad that they're doing that. And it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. Work, but a lot of fun.
Diana, what's your position?
I deal with children's and teen programming, so 0 to 18. I get to really open up doors and inspire the next generation of people and show them, how ways they can serve their community and get focused on their futures. And we have a lot of fun. No.
Yeah. How do you support early literacy?
We have several different ways that we do that. We have a lot of really great programs that the State Library has provided for us. We've got Tumble Books, which is completely online. Patrons can log in from our website, and kids get a book that has animation, quizzes afterwards, different activities they can work on. We do programs such as story time, where we get them excited about reading books and doing activities. We also have Playway Views, which are small video packs that the kids can take home to work on their reading. We've got tutor.com that can help kids that are struggling with reading. We have several different programs that help get them excited about reading, so they're lifelong readers.
Yes. Tell me some stories about that demonstrate how the library has helped individuals.
Well, for instance, what she was talking about, the early literacy, not only does she get children excited, but we have a lot of homeschool parents that come in with these children, and she helps them, not only the children, but the adults. And so in a way, they are continually learning. Mm-hmm. They're learning how to use the tools that the library provides. Sure that they can be at home and teach their children, but Diana sets an example by what she does, and it helps the parents in helping their children. So it's a wonderful thing. It really is. The programs are just fantastic.
I have a couple people that I can think of. Around this time last year, there was a gentleman coming into the library every day to look for a job on one of our job help computers. And he said he was down to his last $5. So we gave him about $65. It was Thanksgiving, so we just, together the staff put in money and gave him money to help him out. He said he spent the weekend, he went to church because we gave him money. It made him feel hopeful. And he actually ended up getting the job that he was trying to get, and he moved back to Chicago or someplace else in the Midwest where he was from. But because we were there to help him look for a job, we had the computers that he could access because he didn't have anything like that at home. He got himself a job. He moved back home where he wanted to be, and things worked out great. Another couple last year also came in every day looking for a job on our jobs computer, and they couldn't afford internet at home because they were in between jobs.
Yes.
And so they used our library, and both of them found work through the job helps computer, searching the internet and continually applying. So then now they don't come anymore, of course, because they can afford internet at home now. But we can act a lot of times as an interim position between changes in people's lives and help them out. So those are two stories I can tell you. Diana's been working with a lot of teens, and she's helping kids who are really struggling with what they're going to do, either to finish high school, to go to college. They don't have any direction at all. And she's been taking them on tours of Yavapai College, NAU. She's talking them, encouraging them, get your GED or finish school, go back to school, to finish, so that you can continue on in your education, and showing them that college education is not beyond their capacity.
Yes.
They can get it if they know where to get the government aid, apply, how to apply. So we're helping our teens. We've got you had 17 there last night?
Yeah. 17 teens, and the biggest story I could share is just the place that we've provided for a lot of kids to really think about their futures and plan for their futures, and give them, again, hope for what they can do, that they realize it's a very reachable goal where they maybe didn't before think that. So.
And it works, because I had a teen that started volunteering in the library at 14 years old, and she was younger than that, but she was in the youth service department to start with, and then she asked if she could work up front and be with the adults and the public, and so I had her for her 4 years of high school, and now she's attending NAU.
Oh, wow.
On a grant. I mean, she succeeded. Not only is she able to get a job on campus, but her whole family moved up there, and they were so excited that she pursued college. And that's what we give the kids. I mean, and it works. It works.
We teach them through volunteering. They learn skills that then they can put on a job application, because they learn customer service, how to behave in a professional manner.
Yes.
as much as teens can. I mean, there are always going to be teens that, you know, they're learning those things. They're learning that what they do affects where they're going in the next few years.
Yeah.
So even learning to answer the phone properly, those
Teaches
kinds
them
of things.
responsibility and
Mhm.
accountability.
Show up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
absolutely.
fun. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They are. The energy, the energy that they have.
What programs are you most excited about?
Well, I'm most excited about the fact that we're going to be building a new library here.
Oh, tell me about the library.
Right now, the project is out to bid, and the bid closes December 18th. The town has already got the financing for the library. We've got our building permit. So when the bid closes on December 18th, we'll take it to council, and council will give the go-ahead to hire the contractor, and we expect to be breaking ground in February. So in another year, we'll go from a 4,500 square foot building to a 17,000 square foot building.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
so it's going to be an amazing facility for our community to use. There's going to be a lot of open space that the community can use, a lot more that we can offer than we can offer right now. When we have a program in the library now, we're really crowded into these cramped little spaces, but
Uh-huh.
we'll be able to expand all of that and accommodate more people comfortably than we currently can. So,
I think I'm most excited about the projects that we're doing with our teens. We now on Saturday night we offer late night hours for our teens from 5:30 to 10 p.m. So we give them a safe, fun place to come hang out. We are starting in January to do different programming on how to apply to college, how to fill out financial aid forms. We'll have guest speakers from places like Yavapai College come in and help these kids with those, how to write a resume. So just excited about that.
And for me, I have a program having to do with tablets and readers, because a lot of the books are becoming,
Yes.
in digital format. And a lot of people, probably a lot of older people, are getting these as gifts.
Yes.
And they're not given instructions as how to use these
How
things.
to use.
And so a lot of us are familiar with all these different, digital formatting items like tablets and readers. And so that's what I offer. So anybody out there, if you need help, come to the library and we'll be able to help you figure out how to use your tablet or your reader so that you can download things from the library, books on it. So that's what I'm doing.
That sounds interesting.
It's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's just.
What is the address of the library? Where's the library located?
it's at 130 Black Bridge Road. It's just off of Montezuma Castle Highway. Before you head out on Pecan Lane, if you head down Montezuma Castle Highway, you'll see the library before it heads out toward Pecan Lane. And the high school and all that is on past. It's actually before White Bridge, Black Bridge, sorry, White Bridge is on the other side of town. It's before the bridge, so the library, I mean, it's clearly marked library, yeah.
And what are the hours?
We're open Monday through Saturday. Monday, Friday, and Saturday, we're open from 8 to 4:30. Tuesday through Thursday, we're open from 8 to 7. And then we just started offering late night hours for teens from 5:30 to 10.
Wow. It's a lot of hours.
It is.
And you need volunteers.
We do,
do.
actually. We are very thankful for our volunteers. I don't think we
No.
couldn't operate if we didn't have our volunteers. So we are very thankful for our volunteers.
Yes.
They're great.
Okay. We're going to take a break now, and we're back in just a minute. We're back. Alice, tell us about how you got started.
Well, I have 3 kids, and I was very active in their education. And the librarian up in Flagstaff talked me into volunteering. So I started my career as a volunteer. I went to college, and now I'm a staff person in the library. I just love libraries. In college, they tried to talk me into becoming a teacher, and I told them that being a librarian is being a teacher, because that's what you do. You're constantly, I teach the volunteers how to do their jobs. I teach patrons how to find things, and I teach patrons how to use the internet. So I'm a teacher at heart, but I like what I do the best.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it serves the community.
Yes. It's nice loving what you do.
Oh, I love people, and that's why I love what I do.
Alice is a very people person at the library, and everyone loves her. They bring her little gifts and all kinds of stuff because she's just really well known for her bubbly personality and her care and concern for people who walk into the library. So
Oh, wow.
she's what I call the heart of the library. Circulation is the heart, and Alice is definitely in the right role.
Thank
there.
you.
The heart.
Yes, I know.
Tell me about your career.
I was late to education. I raised my family before I went to college. I started at Yavapai College Library part-time, going to Yavapai College at the same time, and I was in my 40s. And so I finished my college education there, and all of this was through scholarship, so I was very fortunate to get through college without any debt. And then I went to NAU to get my 4-year bachelor's degree in liberal studies, and I was working full-time at Cottonwood Library and realized that I didn't want to be one of the people in the library who had no leadership opportunity to make a difference in how the library was operating, how it impacted the community. I really wanted to be out there leading things. And so I applied for my master's degree down at University of Arizona and was accepted again on scholarship. And so I finished that in 2 years while at the same time, I started a new job at Prescott. So I was driving, I live in Cottonwood, I was driving from Cottonwood to Prescott, taking master's classes full-time and starting a new job. So it was really crazy, but it was good, and I did it.
Worked.
And yeah, and then I moved slowly up into more progressively jobs that needed or that gave me the ability to lead.
Oh, yeah.
So my next job was at Prescott Valley Library, the library manager, and then here in Camp Verde as the library director. So I love the Verde Valley. I'm very happy to be working closer to home. Not quite such a long drive, and but Camp Verde Library itself has a huge history of being supported by its community. The library is very valued and loved by the community. The community has raised almost $1 million toward building the new library over the past decade. So that shows you the support and love that the community has for the library. And the library is actually going to be the first building ever built from scratch by the town of Camp Verde since it incorporated. So that tells you something about this community being library lovers. So we're very, very fortunate to have the kind of support that we have in this community, and also from our town manager. You know, so not everybody has that kind of support. So
Not everybody has that kind of support.
No, they don't. So we're very
They
fortunate.
raise the money themselves?
It's been through donations, through fundraisings, a couple large donations from estates, but most of it has been 10 years, 12 years of constant fundraising.
Wow.
So it's been really an amazing feat. And it's Camp Verde Library Endowment and Citizens Committee for Camp Verde Library. Those two nonprofit organizations have raised that kind of money toward the library.
Now, 10 years, you say.
Yeah.
Were you around 10 years ago?
Not working in Camp Verde.
Uh-huh.
I was working for the Yavapai Library Network,
Okay.
but not in Camp Verde. So I've lived in Cottonwood for 14 years.
Okay.
So
Tell me about you.
Well, I'm a little newer to all of this. I've actually been in my position here in Camp Verde for about 10 months now. I moved up here in January. I didn't really know what path I wanted to take in life. I was at ASU and received a bachelor's, and a professor that was a mentor said, well, now what are you going to do? And I said, I don't really know. And he said, well, why don't you become a librarian? And that's a really good idea. So I went also down to the University of Arizona. I also decided that while I was at U of A that I was going to work on a second bachelor's. So I did both full-time. And then found my way to Alaska, to a very small library. And I loved what rural libraries can offer to their communities, because there's so much more than just libraries. They really become a community center. We do a lot more than just programming. It's a place where people can meet up and further their educations. And so I decided when I had enough of the cold that I was going to, I wanted to stay in rural libraries, and I grew up in Phoenix, and I've always loved the Verde Valley, and was lucky enough that Kathy decided to take me on, so.
Yes, we're very lucky. She's great, yes.
But it's been, for something I never thought I was going to do. I've fallen in love with being here in the Verde Valley and working with these kids, and getting to know the families that live here, and getting to be able to watch kids already. We had a couple of kids that have started school since I got here, and so that's been really exciting to see them kind of progress. So absolutely thrilled that I fell into being a librarian. But
Yeah, she's our energy.
Yeah. What's a teen advisory board?
Our Teen Advisory Board is a group of teens that were formed a little over a year ago. It's grown quite a bit. They're a great group of kids. They work on things like collection development, so they help us to order the books that other teens in the community would like. They've also gone and spoken in front of the Camp Verde Unified School District Board. They've gone and spoken in front of town council to talk about building a new library and what it would mean to them. They've done fundraisers in the community to help friends of theirs. They do a lot to give back to the community, and they're a very hardworking, fun group of kids to be around. They're doing all sorts of different things, and they bring all of those different personalities to the library. They do a lot of mentoring with younger kids.
They do?
Mm-hmm. They host our game night that we have every Thursday from 4 to 7, and they help the smaller kids, whether it's getting on the computer, playing game systems, just sitting and playing a board game. We have a couple of kids that really enjoy sitting and reading with younger kids. They do a lot to interact with.
Now, how does
younger
one
kids.
become on the board?
They would just need to come into the library and ask me, and I can give them an application, and they fill that out, then they can come to the meetings, which are every Saturday from 2 to 4, and they, over a 4-week period of time, they kind of get to know the kids that are in there, what our mission is and our goal, and then they become a member.
Yeah.
And that's as easy as it is. We have about 10 kids right now that are in it. It's grown quite a bit. And just the changes I've seen in the kids that when they first joined to now, they were very shy, reserved. We have some kids that are homeschooled and didn't really get a lot of social interaction and now are very outgoing. You know, I sometimes still get a little nervous going in front of town council, and these kids get up there like pros.
And the Teen Advisory Board was funded by a grant from
Yes.
the state library. So that and some of the other things that we get to do, like learning to use e-readers, is funded by the state library. We write grants, and Diana's working on 2 now.
I am.
And we have 2 that are ongoing. One is we're going to design a new website for our library, and that's a grant-funded project from the state library. And we're also going, Diana's going to work with the teens to do, we call it an opening day collection for the teen library in the new library. So items that they currently don't have access to, formats that they don't have, we're going to be adding. So it's really great to have that support from the state library, you know,
And it
for our
makes,
programs.
you know, the kids feel really special that the state library supports them as much as they do. 2 of our teams got selected to be judges for the One Book Arizona contest that the state library puts on. It's the first time they've ever asked teens to participate.
Wow.
And it's through our past work with the state library that we get to do those kinds of things. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Diane is a great leader. They have a great, you know, she really knows how to direct and guide them, and yes. So
Yeah,
we're
the-
happy to have her on board
The
for sure.
children's library is very dull and quiet on the days that Diana
That's
isn't
right.
there. The kids just come back, and you can tell they're kind of disappointed that she's not there.
That's right.
Especially, and also we have a bearded dragon in the. This is a lizard. He's about this big,
Yes.
a live one, and so the kids, you know, Diana interacts with him a lot and lets the kids meet him. So.
Yes.
You know, they're very disappointed when she's not there.
Yeah, we do a lot, and I make it a point to really get to know the kids that come in. Doesn't matter what age. I try to know all of their names and really make them feel like they're welcome. It's funny, you know, a couple of times I have kids that come and they want me to sit and read a story, and they just come right up to my desk with a book and crawl up into my lap, and we sit and read stories. And we get to play with Dewey, our mascot.
Dewey, your mascot, is
Yes, as the bearded dragon.
Okay.
Yes, we named him Dewey after the Dewey Decimal System. And the kids loved, and they've gotten to watch him grow, because when we first got him, he was just a baby. So they've gotten to see him grow, and even through that, learn how he sheds and everything else that we do. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun in my department.
Now, do you have programs for senior citizens?
Well, the programs that we have for senior citizens, Jerry, for instance, has a music program. And it's not just for, well, most of the people that attend are older because they're the ones that really enjoy
Yeah.
that good music. I wouldn't classify it as a senior program,
Okay.
but he offers classes.
It's adult.
Yeah,
adult.
it's really adult.
Uh-huh.
But Kathy has him offering classes, like computer classes that'll be coming up again, which are basic computer classes, and they're adult programs, but a lot of seniors come to these, because these are the people that really need help with computers.
Yes.
We also have, just starting up in the last couple of months, several writing groups.
Yes.
One of our patrons, her name is Amber Polo, and she's a published author. And so she's been getting together other people that are interested in writing. There's a Writing for Fun group called Right Now.
Okay.
And there's a more serious group called Word Wranglers. And all of this is available on our website to see the times. But the adult programs like that meet on Monday because the children are there Tuesday through Saturday. So it's quieter in the library on Monday when the children's department is not fully
Yes.
staffed. So yeah, we've got writing groups, and we have an open book reading group. You can read any book and then come to the group and talk about it. You don't have to have an assigned book to read. So it's a lot of fun. You hear them laughing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the great part to me, is just hearing the laughter ringing through the library, because people are talking and enjoying, you know, whatever they're doing. So.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you ladies on the show.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best of luck.
It's been a pleasure to thank you for inviting us.
Yes,
I
thank you.
appreciate it.
Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Focus on Hope.